Pull my daisy, tip my cup, all my doors are open. Hop my heart for coconuts, all my eggs are broken. Hop my heart my light, zeros hold me steady.
In a dingy Manhattan apartment in the spring of 1951, an unknown author from Lowell, Massachusetts sat down at his typewriter and began a 3-week non-stop writing frenzy that resulted in what remains today the quintessential literary guide to youthful discovery in America, Jack Kerouac's On the Road. On the Road gives a largely autobiographical account of several spontaneous road trips taken across mid-century America by Jack Kerouac and his friends, and it is often referred to as one of the defining literary works of America's post-war beat generation.
Because the sunshine in your heart brings each brand new day the spirit of what it is.
Jack Kerouac, he wrote about his own experience as a young man coming out of the war years. He had served in the military, briefly in the Navy, and then in the Merchant Marine. He had traveled around. He was trying to figure out what to do with his life. He knew what he wanted to do, ultimately, which was to write. I think the fact that he was sort of a malleable, unformed figure in On the Road is part of his great appeal. People can project themselves onto this persona of Jack Kerouac / Sal Paradise. That, in large part, is why the book has endured. People are fascinated by Kerouac, and they project themselves onto this persona of Sal Paradise.
Any smoke-filled barroom that celebrated the liberating pulse of riffing, spontaneous American jazz attracted Jack and Neal Cassady like moths to a flame. These sweat-drenched encounters became their inspirational drug of choice, an addiction that only intensified their spiritual quest for discovery. From his usual vantage point in the back seat of the 49 Hudson, Al Hinkle could sense something truly special was taking place as he and Jack and Neal Cassady endlessly pounded out the jazz rhythms that were the beat to Kerouac's beloved American road.
Meeting Ginsberg, meeting like Hal Chase and Lucien Carr, meeting these people seemed like so intellectual, so much above me at the time.
Having grown up with Neal Cassady in Denver, Al Hinkle was all too familiar with Cassady's escapades behind the wheel. Add Kerouac to the mix, and Al Hinkle knew something very special was taking place.
I was really impressed with these people. I knew that Ginsberg was going to be a great poet because I'd read enough of his journals, enough of his works, and I was really impressed with Jack. I thought Kerouac knew everything there was to know about books and literary things. I was really impressed.
Coinciding with the 50th anniversary of the release of On the Road, the city of Lowell welcomes Kerouac's original scroll manuscript and kicked off a summer-long series celebrating Jack, his work, his love for the arts, and his beloved Lowell.
When it's on display in the Boot Mill Gallery, you'll get kind of a spooky feeling, because it's like there's that road in miniature, and you can imagine Kerouac thinking about that as he taped together those sheets of tracing paper and made a sort of road. So it's interesting to think that he knew that as he was creating it, that it wasn't something that just came to him after the fact. I think that he would have been thrilled. He would feel vindicated and validated by the brouhaha over the scroll, and he would be pleased as punch that it sold for $2.4 million.
Heart my heart, heart my life, sorrow's hold me steady. Hit my angel, heart my life, lay it on the needy. Heart my heart, heart my life, sorrow's hold me steady. Hit my angel, heart my life, lay and hey. Let's all pull our daisy.